This is one of those cities that feel like a journey through time. Once the heart of the powerful Habsburg Empire, its beautiful streets, grand buildings, and rich history can be seen at every turn. This city is also famous for its cafe culture, and for centuries, people have gathered in some of the world's renowned cafes here to enjoy coffee, share ideas, and simply slow down and enjoy life. So come along as we explore this beautiful country which has been home to some of the world's greatest athletes, minds, and artists, including Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mozart, Sigmund Freud, and Gustav Klimt. This is Vienna, Austria, and welcome back to Tyres and Tricks. To begin our Austrian adventure, we flew from India to Vienna with a short layover in Doha, flying with Qatar Airways. The entire journey took us around 12 hours and it was a very comfortable and smooth experience. After landing at the Vienna airport, we cleared our immigration and took the OBB train into the city and headed straight to our Airbnb. One thing that we really liked about this property was its excellent location. Both the metro as well as the tram station were just a short walk away, making it incredibly easy to explore Vienna. So if you're planning a trip to Vienna, you might want to check out this accommodation, and the details of this Airbnb has been provided in the description below.
Guten Morgen and welcome to an all-new episode of Tyres and Tricks. Right now we are in Vienna and this is our first day. Today the first place that we're going to cover is Schönbrunn Palace, which is gonna be around 400 to 500 meter walk from here, and the weather, as you can see, is quite overcast, so it's quite cold up here.
After a quick metro ride, we began our short walk towards one of Vienna's most iconic landmarks, the Schönbrunn Palace. As we got closer, the grandeur of the palace started to reveal itself. Once the summer residence of the Habsburg family, Schönbrunn Palace is one of Austria's most iconic historical sites and a must-visit when you are in Vienna. I would highly recommend that you book your tickets online in advance, and there are several ticket options available, including the Palace Tour, Grand Tour, and combination tickets that also include attractions like the Garden, Maze, and the Gloriette. And from my personal opinion, I think the Palace Tour makes the most sense, as it covers an audio-guided tour to the state apartments, which are a key attraction of the palace.
So we just covered the Schönbrunn Palace and अब हम इनके gardens cover करने आए हैं, which is just beside the palace. So it took us about 1 hour to complete the imperial apartments and the full palace. After this, we are planning to also go to the Gloriette. The weather is very good. It's chilly, but it's also beautiful to see the colorful trees. बिल्कुल हम autumn के time पे आए हैं, so it's just feels like the right time to be here.
After exploring the palace, we stepped out into the stunning Schönbrunn Gardens. Stretching across beautiful landscape, these gardens are just as impressive as the palace itself. As we wandered through the tree-lined paths, it was easy to see why this place was a favorite retreat of the Habsburg family. Our walk then took us up hills towards the Gloriette, a magnificent structure standing proudly at the top of the hill. The climb is absolutely worth it, and it offers one of the most breathtaking views of the Schönbrunn Palace and the city of Vienna beyond. After Schönbrunn, we returned to Vienna's District 1 for a World War II walking tour, which we booked through Get Your Guide. As a World War II history enthusiast, this was one of the highlights of my trip. We visited Heldenplatz, where Adolf Hitler announced the annexation of Austria in 1938, and also visited the Vienna Academy of Fine Arts, the very school that is famous to reject him twice. We also stopped at the famous Café Central, which is a historical cafe once frequented by some of Europe's greatest thinkers and writers. Talking about Vienna's famous cafe culture, our next stop was the iconic Demel Cafe, one of the city's most well-known pastry shops. We watched the chefs at work, carefully preparing and baking the desserts right before our eyes. And of course, we couldn't leave without trying the famous Kaiser Schaman, a light, fluffy shredded pancake served with fruit compote and a dusting of powdered sugar. It was absolutely delicious.
So we are going to officially wrap up our day 1 at Vienna. अभी मैं खड़ी हूँ at the rooftop of Alpine Museum, which is opposite to the Opera House. So it's a good picture spot. It's a lively place. You should ideally come when you're done with your activities. Today we did a lot, but also tried to relax a bit. We started our day with Schönbrunn Palace and then we went for a World War II walking tour. उसके बाद हमने किया मेरा favorite part of the trip, which is trying the local cuisine here. So we went to Demel, a very famous bakery here, and then we tried Singer, a hot dog stand, which is again at the same place. So it's a good area where you can cover that hot dog stand, you can be at the top of Alpine Museum. Now we are heading back to our B&B and going to get ready for day 2 tomorrow.
Hello everyone, this is day 2 in Vienna and right now we are at the beautiful Belvedere Palace. Right at the back you can see the lower Belvedere and right on the front is the upper Belvedere. And today we're going to keep it very simple. We're going to go to one more museum and later in the night we have planned to go to a beautiful concert at the St. Charles Cathedral.
Our first stop for the day was the stunning Belvedere Palace, one of Vienna's most beautiful Baroque landmarks. The Belvedere complex is made up of two palaces, the Lower Belvedere, which hosts temporary exhibitions, while the Upper Belvedere is home to Austria's most famous art collection. Inside you will find masterpieces by artists such as Van Gogh and Gustav Klimt, with the world-famous painting The Kiss being the star attraction.
So before heading out from the Upper Belvedere, I asked Aman that I want to try the famous Viennese coffee and the apple strudel. So we found the cafe which is in the building itself and we tried the apple strudel. It's quite good. So if you're short on time and you don't have to find the cafes, you can just sit here and order it. Just ask to make it a little warm and you're good to go.
Located right in the heart of Vienna, our next stop was the iconic St. Stephen's Cathedral, one of the city's most important landmarks. With its stunning Gothic architecture and colourful tiled roof, this cathedral has stood here for more than 700 years. And honestly, nothing quite prepares you for the moment you step inside. The sheer size of the interior is breathtaking, with towering ceilings, massive stone pillars, and an overwhelming sense of grandeur that makes you feel incredibly small. Our next stop was Vienna's Art History Museum, which is directly opposite to its twin building, the Museum of Natural History. With the stunning architecture inside, you'll find an incredible collection of paintings, Greek and Roman artifacts, and masterpieces by some of Europe's greatest artists. But for us, the reason for visiting this museum was the cafe set beneath a stunning domed hall inside the museum. It's easily one of the most beautiful cafes in Vienna, and you can easily book tickets for this museum through Get Your Guide. After this, we went to witness a classical concert at St. Charles Cathedral, where Orchestra 1756 brought Vivaldi's timeless classic to life. Listening to live music in such a beautiful setting was truly an unforgettable experience. And of course, no day in Austria is complete without indulging in its local flavors. So we wrapped up the evening with an Austrian classic, a crispy schnitzel paired with a refreshing local beer. A perfect ending to an incredible day in Vienna.
Guten Tag, this is day 3 and right now I'm standing in the beautiful town of Milk, which comes on the way from Vienna to Salzburg. We have rented a car from Europa Car. It's a beautiful Skoda Superb and we're driving all the way to Salzburg. So this is going to be an amazing trip with a lot of beautiful countryside and I can't wait to show you the journey. So we have taken a small stop at Milk, which is a beautiful town, and we're going to go to the Milk Abbey and the old town, explore that place, and then we're going to hit the road and go all the way to Salzburg.
Sitting along the Danube River, Milk is a small peaceful town that feels like a place straight out of a storybook. We loved walking through its quiet streets lined with colorful buildings and quaint cafes. It was also lovely to see cyclists passing by, adding to the relaxed pace and simple beauty of this town.
So right now I'm standing at the old town of Milk. It's a quite vibrant and colorful village. हमने quick lunch लिया and उसके बाद अब हम जा रहे हैं towards Milk Abbey, which is behind me, and it is supposed to give us a very good view of the old town. After this, we'll head towards Salzburg.
Watching over the town is the stunning Milk Abbey, one of Austria's most famous monastery, which houses a beautiful library and is a lovely example of Baroque architecture. After taking a small break at Milk, we continued our journey towards Salzburg, enjoying the beautiful Austrian countryside along the way. This is a road trip that I would highly recommend, as driving a car on the Autobahn is truly an experience in itself. And if you have a little extra time, I would also recommend making a stop at Dunston, a picturesque town in the Wachau Valley known for its riverside views and medieval charm. And by afternoon, we finally arrived in Salzburg. Nested between the Alps and the Salzach River, Salzburg is best known for its stunning natural beauty and also known as the birthplace of Mozart and the shooting location of the famous movie, The Sound of Music.
So right now we are at the Mirabell Gardens today, and as you can see, it's a beautiful sunny day. We are quite lucky with the weather, and we also had a quick lunch right across the street. Now that our tummies are full, we can head towards next spot, which is Mozart's birthplace, and then we are going to head towards Hohensalzburg Fortress to see the city views.
After spending some time at the Mirabell Gardens, we wandered through the charming streets of the old town, soaking in the timeless beauty and lively atmosphere. Along the way, we also passed by Mozart's birthplace, who is considered one of the world's greatest musical geniuses. And later in the evening, we made our way to the iconic Hohensalzburg Fortress, taking the funicular ride to the top.
So right now we are at the Hohensalzburg Fortress, and this is a beautiful landscape as you can see behind. We came here for the sunset and we're going to spend some time here observing the beautiful landscape, and then we're going to head back to the funicular and go back to the city.
As the sun began to set, we took a moment to soak in the breathtaking views from the fortress, and with that unforgettable view, we concluded our first day in Salzburg. The next morning, we woke up with a special kind of excitement. Day 4 was finally here, and I had been looking forward to it from the time we planned this trip. This was the day when we were finally going to Bavaria, Germany.
Okay, their seatbelts are off. Welcome to Germany. Welcome to Bavaria, ladies and gentlemen. This is the most beautiful part of Germany. That's what they say.
And just like what our guide George said, Bavaria is truly a very beautiful place. As someone deeply fascinated by World War II history, visiting Bavaria had always been a dream of mine. We had booked a day tour through Get Your Guide, taking us across the border into Germany to explore the legendary Eagle's Nest and Berchtesgaden. With the stunning views of the Alps and postcard-perfect scenery, the journey itself was unforgettable. After a beautiful scenic bus ride, we entered into a long tunnel carved deep into the rocks. This passage was built in the 1930s to lead visitors to one of the most famous sites of the Nazi era.
This is day 4, and right now we are in Bavaria, Germany. This house you see at the back, that's Adolf Hitler's retreat, where he used to have all the political decisions. And this was also the party place where all the Nazis, elite Nazis, used to party, because this was a restricted area and general public could not come here. So this was one of the most prominent areas where history was made, and all the decisions regarding political history or the Holocaust were made over here.
The Eagle's Nest offers some of the most spectacular views of the Bavarian Alps. Originally built as a diplomatic retreat and presented to Adolf Hitler for his 50th birthday by Martin Bormann, this place has a lot of relevance in World War II history.
So right now we are at Berchtesgaden, Germany, and हमने ये town explore करना है for about 50-60 minutes since we were already on a tour. This was one of the beautiful stops that we had for a lunch, but we are so confused. खाना खाएं, buildings देखें, या वो cute little shops को explore करें. It's like 50 minutes is too less for this town, but we are having a lot of fun watching the beautiful tiny buildings here.
Though we only had limited time at Berchtesgaden, it quickly became clear that only 1 hour is simply not enough to explore this place. But during our time there, we managed to spot few German, half-timbered houses. Another moment was visiting the grave of Dietrich Eckart, an early mentor to Adolf Hitler. And while exploring the local market, we bought few German chocolates as a souvenir. The next morning, we set off to our next destination, Hallstatt, undoubtedly one of the most scenic drives of our entire trip. This Austrian countryside has postcard-worthy views at every turn. Even the supermarkets and rest stops along the route look picture perfect.
So right now we are on the way to Hallstatt, and we started around 9 from Salzburg. It's a beautiful day and it's quite a serene area where we are standing right now. It's almost around 1 to 3 kilometers before Hallstatt. So we just took a small break, and you can see some ducks over here. So quite a day. And today is also Simi's birthday, so we celebrate it in Hallstatt.
So we are now in Hallstatt, and it's a beautiful tiny village. It is very scenic with the lake view. It's not anything that we have seen before, but I did find it to be a bit more commercial than Melk and Salzburg. Salzburg is also commercial, but this looks more like a street where you will find street side vendors and hiked up food. But I would still say that this is a worth place to come when you are already in Salzburg for a day trip. The best part is the road trip. We had such beautiful spots, beautiful areas to sit out. You get lakeside views. So if you're coming here, preferably try to come on your own car, but train is also very feasible.
In recent time, Hallstatt has become quite famous among travelers for its stunning scenery. Surrounded by beautiful aesthetic buildings and sitting on the edge of Lake Hallstatt, it's easy to understand why so many people travel here from around the world. But if you step away from the main viewpoint, you will discover a hidden side of Hallstatt. We decided to walk a little further away from the town and explore beyond the famous viewpoints. We found a peaceful spot by the lake where we decided to sit down for a while and simply enjoy the view, the still water, the mountains, and the calm that makes this place so special.
So अब हम आ चुके हैं एक बहुत ही शांत सी जगह in Hallstatt, which is not full of tourists, luckily. This is called Incel. This is a right turn from P2 parking. So the best parking when you're coming to Hallstatt is P2. It usually gets filled up first in the morning, so you want to come early if you want that spot. And when you come towards the old town, you take a ride, or you can just put the location that we'll put in the video, and then you can come here and sit for a quiet view if you want alone time and just immerse yourself in the lake views. This is the right place. And after 3 years of my marriage and a lot of taunts, my husband, my dearest husband, has now surprised me with this beautiful giant ring which I had not expected from him. And this was such a pleasant surprise. He had bought this ring and I had no idea, and I just truly loved it.
And just like that, our final day in Austria came to an end. We spent it celebrating Simi's birthday, wandering through the charming streets of Hallstatt, and getting some fridge magnets as souvenirs. Our time spent in Austria and a bit of Germany was filled with history, music, and moments that we'll cherish for a lifetime. But our adventure doesn't stop here, as we are getting ready to explore a brand new European country. So stay tuned, because we'll be taking you along on the next chapter of our European journey in the next vlog. Until then, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.